Hi everybody! Welcome back to another reading vlog. It is Monday, January 7th. I just got home from work. My daughter is sleeping at the moment, taking her nap. I have not read any more of Access Restricted, but because I drove today, I did listen to some more of Wildcard by Marie Lu. There. I have like 6.5 hours left. I'll be able to listen to about 40 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day. So I should finish that in about a week or so. More if I can, or less if I can find time to listen to it at around the house. But what I'm truly excited about is this. J.R. Ward came out with Prisoner of Night. It is an ebook kind of companion to the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. Kind of short. And I'm going to read it and finish it today because I love J.R. Ward. Hi everybody! It is now Wednesday. I am home from work. There is no footage from yesterday and no updates, even though I read so much yesterday. The reason was I didn't bring my camera to school, and I should have. I'm not sure like quite how to film there. Like, I know the camera would have to be pointed at me, but like, how much do you really want to see of me like at work? I don't read during lunch. I have teacher things to do during lunch. Only reason I was able to read so much yesterday was I was there until 6 waiting for callbacks because I'm a member of the staff for our production company, I guess, at school. So I was waiting until 6 for callbacks, and then callbacks went from 6 to like 8. So I was able to read a lot from like 3 until 6. Today, I read even more. I have 2 hours left on Wildcard. I'm listening to it at like 1.5 times speed, so that won't take 2 hours. I'm also on page 102 of Prisoner of Night by J.R. Ward, so I expect to finish that today as well. I am going to edit, and hopefully I will have my special vlog up today or tomorrow. I'm saying a lot. That's great. Sounds wonderful, I'm sure. But yeah, so my daughter is taking a nap. It might be an epic nap like it was on Monday, which would be pretty cool because that gives me a lot of time to do stuff. And then after I'm done editing, I'll read. I spent 25 minutes driving home today and crying in my car. I honestly hate when I cry in my car. It makes it really hard to drive. 'Cause when I cry, like, cry. I was reading Wildcard, or listening to Wildcard, and I have about 45 minutes left. So if any of you have read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it was a very emotional scene in the book. And before I got to this point, I was honestly not... wasn't really digging it, honestly. I thought the plot was kind of flat. The characters had lost all their interest for me. And it just seemed like a worse version of Warcross, to be honest. But then some stuff started to happen that was very character-driven, very intense, and I wanted to keep reading. I honestly couldn't, like, I didn't want to stop. I was, like, upset when I got home and I had to turn it off. Like I said, I have about 45 minutes left, so I'm planning on finishing it tomorrow. and I will let you know what I think. But I did finish Prisoner of Night by J.R. Ward. It is like a companion novel to the Black Dagger Brotherhood. It's advertised as being like 16.5 in the series, but besides a casual mention of the brothers at one point, it's not really a Brotherhood novel. It takes place in the same world as the Brotherhood and in the same setting. So like Caldwell, New York is the setting. But it's not a Brotherhood novel. I rated it a 3.5 on Goodreads because while I really did enjoy reading it and I flew through it just like I thought I would, it started off really slow and weird for me. And okay, this is gonna sound weird. It kind of reminded me of the movie Speed in the fact that these two people meet under very extreme circumstances and fall in love very quickly because of those circumstances. And I know in the Brotherhood books there is like a mating bond, but we've seen the brothers fight that before. And the relationship was very hard for me to believe. I kind of got it at the end, but even when like dangerous or harrowing things were happening, I didn't have that like heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching feeling for the characters. It was good. I liked reading it. I really hope that the next BDB book is amazing because I love them and I love those characters. And I think this one would have been better had it taken place over more than just a couple of days or had some of the Brotherhood in it. There was a lot of places where Ward could have put some of the brothers to make it dynamic and interesting, but she chose not to, which, you know, she's the author, cool beans on her, but I would have enjoyed it more that way. I am going to start reading Brotherhood in Death by J.D. Robb. I'm super far behind in the In Death series. I didn't even realize it until I was looking at my Goodreads and realized that there are so many books in that series. So I think that's number 43. I think there's 47 or 48 books in the series. So I'm going to start reading that right now. I did get some more of Access Restricted read today during my classes. My students were finishing up watching the movie adaptation of The Crucible by Arthur Miller. And I only wanted to watch it once, and then I read the rest of the time. So I got like 40 more pages into Access Restricted. I'm starting to like it more, but it's still dragging for me. Really boring stuff. I'll talk about that more when I wrap up this vlog, if I am done with the book at that time. I definitely will talk about it in my wrap up for January. I am wearing the same sweater from the last time I spoke to you. It's my comfy sweater. I just got interrupted and don't know where I was, but anyway, yes, I do change my clothes on a regular basis. But today I was at a teach-in at Michigan State University for teaching The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, who is coming to my school in April to talk to my students about her book. And I learned some pretty interesting stuff today, and I got some good resources that I'm planning on utilizing because I do get the opportunity to get all of my students books for free, which is amazing and never happens. So I want to make sure that I'm teaching in a way that's super respectful because I am a white woman, and that comes with innate privilege, and I teach very unprivileged and disserviced students. Black students are the majority of my population, but I also teach other students of color, and most of them are minorities. So I want to make sure that what I'm doing is respectful and gets across the point. So I was really happy that I had the opportunity to go to this event today. And that brings me to what I'm going to be doing tonight, which is reading. I finished Wildcard, like I said in my last update, and I'm kind of in a slump. And the reason I know this is because I have started 4 books, but I haven't continued any of them. As you know, I've been reading Access Restricted for like 2 weeks now, and I'm maybe halfway through. After Wildcard, I started listening to Sleeping Giants, but again, that's on audio, and I only listen to that in the car. Ooh, excuse me. Or when I'm cleaning the house. I started The Marrow Thieves by Sherry Demeline, because it's my book club pick of the month, book club I have with some colleagues at school. And I literally just started. I think I'm on page 8. And Brotherhood in Death by J.D. Robb. I'm like 20 pages into that. When I have started that many books, but I haven't finished any, it means I'm in a slump. So, something that always gets me out of a slump, smut. A smutty, sexy book will get me out of a reading slump like that, which is what I'm going to start right now. I found one that I didn't realize the series had continued, and it had, so I am going to read that, and hopefully by tomorrow when I post this, I will have flown through that and have maybe finished or gotten more through one of these other books. I was afraid this would happen. So I said yesterday that I was going to read some smut to get me out of my reading slump. And I did. And I actually stayed up later than I have in, God, I want to say like over 2 years. I finished This Is Who I Am by Cherise Sinclair. And it was good. It was a 4-star. It was a great smutty read, with a little suspense at the end. But what I thought was going to happen happened. And I was worried about it because, yes, I'm now out of a reading slump. However, it's because I want to keep reading this series. When I found out there was more in the series, I didn't realize there was like 5 more books in the series. So I ordered the second, or the next 2. And I am 140 pages into this next one called If Only. And I like it so far, but I haven't read any more physical books that are on my list, unfortunately. And it is Sunday, so I am wrapping up this vlog. Thank you all for watching. To recap, I finished Wildcard by Marie Lu. I read This Is Who I Am by Cherise Sinclair. I will have a wrap up at the end of the month where I go into more detail with these books. I'm also hoping to post a Prisoner of Night review on Thursday this week, so keep an eye out for that. But again, thank you for watching. Subscribe and like, it really helps me out. See you next week.